Good evening. Welcome to another episode of Inside Sports with Rashad Mitchell, episode number 64, live on Elevation 52A Sports and Lifestyles. I'm here with Rashad Mitchell coming to you live on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. It's a brand new show for today. And let's get into it, man. We got a lot to get into. Not going to be one dimensional with this show. I always talk about, recently about the college football preview, stuff like that. But I want to get into the NBA schedule that recently came out. Also, Major League Baseball, got a lot going on. How about the Milwaukee Brewers? They're playing very well. Then you have on this day in sports history for August the 14th, man. We in mid-August, so college football is right around the corner. So speaking of college football, we're gonna start with the Big Ten preview. That's Athlon Sports. College football preview has been dealing with. I got the preview recently, so I want to go over the Big Ten, and it's very interesting conference. Obviously, Penn State, there's a lot of high hopes with the Penn State Nittany Lions. They are actually, the polls came out recently, the AP poll, and they're number 2 in the country. So there's a lot of high expectation for Penn State, right? You saw they got a lot of guys coming back, got a favorable schedule. According to Athlon Sports college football preview, they got Penn State as the number 1 team in the Big Ten. And number 2, Ohio State, they won a championship obviously last year. They're number 2, Oregon Ducks are 3, Michigan's number 4. So when you look at, obviously this is a very stacked, conference because obviously you got USC, you got obviously UCLA, but USC are picked to be 9th in the conference, and UCLA is picked to be 15th. But it shows you that USC again, they got a lot of work to get back to prominence. It's been a long time since they've been really a relevant program. Despite having Caleb Williams, they didn't win that championship now like that. So we're gonna see how things go with them. But Penn State is the team, man. They got so much talent coming back. Drew Allard is back. Obviously got talented running backs like Katron Allen and Nicholas Singleton. So they got a lot of guys that can run the football. And then when you look at on defense, when they got Dennis Sutton coming back from Penn State. So they got a lot of guys. They got guys on defense that's going to be really good. So keep your eyes on them. A lot of games are going to be watched in the Big Ten. Texas, Ohio State, obviously that's going to be a great game. Texas preseason number 1. They play Ohio State on August 30th. And the college football season starts actually, in 9 days. So next Saturday, the following Saturday, you're going to have college football. I think Iowa State plays Kansas State to start the season. But there's some games to watch, Iowa and Iowa State on September 6th, September 27th. Penn State will be tested against Oregon. That's going to be their first true test of the season. They got a very favorable schedule, Penn State. Ohio State versus Illinois, USC versus Michigan, Oregon versus Indiana, USC versus Notre Dame, Ohio State, Penn State, Indiana, Iowa, Nebraska, Oregon, Washington, and Ohio State, Michigan. So let's look at Penn State's schedule. I'm going to go over all the teams. But continue to keep your eyes on obviously Penn State. They got a lot of high expectations, a lot of expected from this team. See if they can deliver the goods, under James Franklin. So they don't play well in big games. They rarely beat Ohio State. They don't play well against them. And but their schedule is very favorable. They play Nevada, FIU. I think that's Florida International, I believe. Villanova. The first 3 games are very favorable, all at home. They play at home against Oregon. So their first 4 games are going to be at home. But the tough test, the first test of the season will be September 27th. Mark your calendar with that as they play Oregon. They play at UCLA in October 4th. October 11th, Northwestern, Iowa, Ohio State. Ohio State, that's going to be a tough one. They never play well against Ohio State. They lost them last year. What was the score of that game? 20-13. So they got to get past them and go over the hump and knock them off. But this team is a title contender. People like this team. Even though opposing Big Ten assistant coach said this is the best roster James Franklin has had. They're favored to win the league this year. So you got a lot of talent coming back. So we'll see how they handle the pressure. So that's basically it for the Big Ten. Next, we got to get into the SEC, as far as that's concerned. So let's get into the next on the dock is we get to Major League Baseball first. Then get into the NBA schedule. So that's what we get into August 23rd. A lot of games, a few games gonna be coming out, but the game keep your eyes on Iowa State versus Kansas State. Keep your eyes on that. That's a interesting game because both teams are ranked. Actually, top 25. Gotta be in the top 20. Both these teams. That's at 12 noon. That's gonna be in Dublin, Ireland, overseas. So it's gonna be in another country. So keep your eyes on that if you love college football. Not a great game to watch, but it is two top 25 teams that's going to be playing each other. They're going to be like the lower tier, top 25. All right. Again, Texas is ranked number one in the AP poll for the first time to start the season. So Iowa State is number 22 in the country. Actually, Kansas State is ranked number 17. Maybe it's different from the other poll, the coaches poll. But both teams going to be ranked. Kansas State going to be ranked number 17. 22 is going to be Iowa State. So we got two ranked teams playing each other. Let's get into Major League Baseball real quick. How about the Brewers, man? The Brew Crew are doing their thing right now. They red hot right now, playing at a high level. We thought they'd be the best team in the league. They're playing excellent baseball. 76 and 44. They won 12 in a row. It's like, who's who on this team. They're 76 and 44. They got the best record in baseball. Who would have thought that? A lot of parity, man. A lot going on. Toronto 71 and 51. So Detroit 70 and 52. Houston's 68 53. Nothing new about them because they always been good for a long time. Naturally, you got the Phillies. They up 5 games up over the Mets. But the team that's doing the thing is the Milwaukee Brewers, man. They are playing excellent baseball. San Diego Padres, they 1 game up over the Dodgers. But the story of the year, so it's in the second half of the season, is the Brew Crew, Milwaukee Brewers, man. Who is this team? I mean, it's like a no-name team in a sense. Like, how many stars are on this team? This team is playing excellent baseball. Who would have thought that? So a lot of parity, a lot of no surprises. Christian Yelich, I remember him. I think he's played the Marlins. He has 23 home runs, 81 RBIs. I think he's played with the Marlins, I think. His bio. Yeah, he's with Miami Marlins for 5 seasons. He's been with the Brewers for 8 seasons. So, like, he's their best player this year. So you look at other players on his team. Yeah, Yelich is definitely the best player. He got 23 home runs, 81 RBIs. Frelick has a 296 batting average. Yeah, they're playing great, man. See if they can keep it going. All right, let's get to the NBA schedule for the NBA. NBA schedule came out this past week, recently. I think it's this week. Well, it's out. So also when it came out, but it's out. You got key games. It's going to be on ABC, ESPN, NBC, Peacock, and Prime. Obviously, no more TNT. So that's something that's going to be able to adjust to. If you're an NBA fan, you're no longer going to be seeing the NBA on TNT no more. It's going to be on NBC. NBC will host everything. They'll open up everything on October 21st. Yep, on NBC. So they kick off its 80th NBA season on October 21st on NBC in Oklahoma City. They'll play the Houston Rockets, and then they'll be at 7:30 p.m. Then Golden State will play at Los Angeles Lakers at 10 p.m. All on NBC. So it's going to be a doubleheader bonanza featuring the NBA on NBC for the first time in more than 2 decades, and it's going to be a great way to look at the NBA. The NBA and NBC was definitely a great moments in time, from 1990 to 2002. That's during the Jordan era. The Bulls win all them championships, and the theme music was outstanding. So it's great to see it back. But the thing is that stands out is CBS. Man, they used to have a great time with the NBA coverage. What happened to them? I wonder why they didn't get into the business getting back with NBC, the NBA on CBS. But it's back on NBC. Then on opening week on ESPN Wednesday, October 22nd, October 23rd on Thursday, got the Knicks playing the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then the San Antonio Spurs played Dallas. Obviously, Cooper Flag, no one pick in the draft against San Antonio's Dylan Harper. They're making their debut, and also return of Victor Wembanyama. Then the 23rd, we got Oklahoma City at Indiana, the rematch of this past year's NBA Finals that went 7 games. They're gonna be playing early. That's kind of early for them to play each other in a rematch of the finals. Usually they play, maybe in January or something like that, but further in the year. But they're gonna be playing right away to start the season. So Denver at Golden State. That's gonna be the second game. Then on Prime, you got Boston at New York on Prime Video, and Minnesota at the Lakers. Peacock exclusive gonna have Cavaliers and Pistons. Nuggets at Timberwolves. That's on October 27th, on Monday. But then we got Boston, New York, Minnesota, and the Lakers on Prime on October 24th. So Monday you got Peacock. That's the streaming platform. They're gonna have a doubleheader again. Cleveland versus Detroit. The Nuggets at the Timberwolves. These are some of the games that's gonna be played. I ain't gonna go over everything, but NBA is back. Gonna be back. The Christmas Day games at ABC and ESPN. You got Cleveland at New York at noon. San Antonio at Oklahoma City. Dallas at Golden State. Houston at Los Angeles. Lakers and Minnesota at Denver. And then you got the global games: Mexico City, Berlin, London. Mavericks and the Pistons in Mexico City. Berlin game, you got Grizzlies versus the Magic. That's on January 15th. November 1st, Mexico City, Mavericks and the Pistons. In London, you got the Grizzlies and the Magic. And MLK Day, you got games all over the place. Milwaukee at Atlanta. Oklahoma City at Cleveland. Dallas at New York. Boston at Detroit. That week. Spurs and the Rockets on January 20th, and the Lakers at the Nuggets on January 20th. That's on NBC. Got some other games. So got classic budding rivals going against each other. And you look at the slam dunk contest. It's going to be on NBC and Peacock. They will broadcast it on Rising Stars All-Star Saturday night, 75th All-Star game. That's going to be on NBC. So it's been a long time coming since the All-Star game was on NBC a long time ago. When they had the coverage, it used to be on NBC. The All-Star game, NBA All-Star game. So that's going to be interesting. That's basically it, man. So we're done with the coverage of the NBA schedule. So let's get into on this day in sports history. We'll close out. For August 14th. Let's go over it. On this day, August 14th, 1903, champion James J. Jeffries scores a 10th round TKO over former champion James J. Corbett in San Francisco in his 6th heavyweight boxing title defense. In 1909, on August 14th, Indianapolis Motor Speedway and Speedway, Indiana, home of the Indy 500, hosts its first motorized event, a series of motorcycle races. Chicago White Sox in 1919, outfielder of Chicago White Sox, Happy Felsch, tied the MLB record with 4 outfield assists in a game during a 15-6 loss to the Boston Red Sox. 1932, Brooklyn Dodgers reliever Johnny Quinn, 49 years old, became the oldest pitcher to win an MLB game in 2-1 10th inning victory over the New York Giants at the Polo Grounds. 1933, Major League Baseball history, where Philadelphia A's Fox hits for the cycle and set a new American League record with 9 RBIs, an 11-5 win over the Indians in Cleveland. That's Jimmy Fox, that is. The first night game, Major League Baseball game, considered Chicago, was played at Comiskey Park. White Sox beat the St. Louis Browns 5-2. Let's talk about everything. I'm just gonna skip. We don't want to do that. New York Mets in 1969 fell 9.5 games back and later won the pennant. 1981, on August 14th, Mike Smith, Philadelphia Phillies, hit his 300th home run in his career off of New York Met Mike Scott. 1987, Mark McGwire of Oakland set the rookie home run record at 39 en route to 49 home runs. Dave Winfield, 1991, went for the Minnesota Twins. Is it with the Minnesota Twins? Was 23rd player to hit 400 home runs. Let me see. Minnesota Twins, look at Dave Winfield. Dave Winfield. He played with Minnesota. Did he do it? Yes, he did. Yeah, he did play with Minnesota. They got 1991 though. But 91, he was with, on to research, he was with the California Angels. So we got mistaken. Got mistaken for him, what year he played, what team he played for. Let's see. Gotta be with the California Angels. That's when he hit his 400th home run against the Twins. That's what happened. That's what it was. It wasn't nothing else. But that, yeah. So he played with the California Angels. That's when he hit the 400 home run. 91 against the Twins. That's what it was. That's what it was. Okay. Reggie Jackson Day. Reggie Jackson had his jersey retired. That was in 1993 on August 14th, number 44 on Reggie Jackson's Day. No, I think that's it. Anything else that's interesting? No. Anything else interesting? All right, that's it, man. I'm out of here. That's it, man. I'm done. I'm done for the night. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to check out my latest article on e52asports.com. I wrote an article about the 2000 New York Yankees. They're the last team to win 3 straight championships, but also the last team to win consecutive championships. It's been 25 years, and like they may be a new champion in Major League Baseball this year. Look out for the Brewers. They may be the champions, and not the Dodgers. And the Dodgers may not repeat. We'll see. That's it for the tonight. For episode number 64. I'll be back next week for episode number 65. Again to the SEC preview and take it from there. and get ready for the college football season starting the 23rd. That'll be it. And again, some other sports possibly next week. But thanks for tuning in. Till then, have a good night.